Hi, I'm Brian Russell, business consultant and life coach, and I want to talk with you about a common problem that faces almost everyone in their lives, and that's the sense of overwhelm. Whether you're a business owner who essentially takes on all the work for himself or herself, or you're busy in your career working within a corporation, or you're a pastor who's overwhelmed with ministry, or you are working out of your home and you feel overwhelmed by your schedule. There's nothing worse than that feeling. But what do you do when you feel overwhelmed? A lot of us, when we feel overwhelmed, it causes us to essentially either kind of shut down, we can become irritable, we can take it out on our employees if we have a staff, or we can simply move off and kind of self-medicate ourselves with comfort food or other stress relieving activities. But here's what you want to do. When you feel that sense of overwhelm, you almost want to get in the habit of saying, wow, this is good. Why is it good? It's because overwhelm can be a great opportunity for you to focus on what's absolutely most important. Because overwhelm, in a sense, is a feeling that makes us feel powerless, and we need to move from feeling powerless to feel empowered. And so the question you want to ask is essentially, what is it that I need to do now? The best illustration of this came from my reading of Jocko Willink's outstanding book, Extreme Ownership. Willink was a Navy SEAL, and he and his co-author Leif Babin give examples from combat that illustrate leadership principles. And so what do the SEALs do when they get into a real crisis moment and they feel overwhelmed in the middle of a battlefield? Well, what they immediately do is they lay out all the possible options that they have, and then they laser focus on the most important thing first and ignore everything else. So, for example, if they have a wounded SEAL, they immediately try to secure that person's safety, and then they go to the next step, and then the next step, and the next step. What's the lesson for us? It's this. Rather than feeling powerless when you feel overwhelmed, let those feelings of overwhelm remind you that you need to say, okay, what do I need to do now? How can I use this overwhelm as an opportunity, a good opportunity to focus on the next step? And then the key is make that promise to yourself that you're going to do the first thing on the list, and then move on to the next one, and then on the next one. And so instead of wasting our time worrying and feeling sorry for ourselves because of the overwhelm or taking it out on other people, we get stuff done. And the best way to not face overwhelm is essentially organize our tasks by what's most important and then take action on it immediately. You'll be stunned that you can say goodbye to overwhelm. And you can teach this to your staff too. And then your business, your life becomes a well-oiled, well-ordered machine that can function at a high level and be incredibly productive. I'm Brian Russell. It would be a real privilege to have a coaching conversation with you. Send me an email at brian@awakeconsulting.com, and we can schedule an initial coaching conversation.